Some players grow into pressure. Others are born into it. LeBron James was built inside of it. From the moment he entered high school, the spotlight followed him. Before the NBA, before championships, before MVP awards, there were expectations. Chosen one, future of the league, generational talent. But expectations can crush players. Because expectations create pressure. Pressure creates doubt. And doubt can destroy confidence. But LeBron James responded differently. He embraced it. He accepted the pressure instead of running from it. Because pressure reveals mindset. And LeBron's mindset was built for it. From a young age, he understood something powerful. Greatness requires responsibility. Responsibility to prepare. Responsibility to lead. Responsibility to perform every night. He did not wait for the moment. He prepared for it. Preparation is what separates great players from talented players. Because talent gives you opportunity, but preparation allows you to sustain success. LeBron committed to preparation early. Training, conditioning, skill development, film study, understanding not just his role but the entire game. Because LeBron is not just a scorer, he is a student of basketball. He studies spacing, he studies defensive rotations, he studies tendencies. That knowledge allows him to control the game. Control is the ultimate advantage. When you control the pace, you control the outcome. LeBron controls the game like a quarterback, directing teammates, creating opportunities, reading defenses, making the right decision. And decision-making builds trust. Trust builds leadership. Leadership builds winning teams. But LeBron's journey also required resilience. Early in his career, there were setbacks, playoff losses, criticism, questions about whether he could win championships. Critics doubted his ability to deliver in the biggest moments. But doubt can fuel greatness. LeBron used that doubt as motivation. Motivation increases focus. Focus improves preparation. Preparation improves performance. And performance builds legacy. He continued developing, sharpening his game, expanding his skill set, becoming more complete, more dominant, more confident. And eventually the results followed. Championships, MVP awards, historic performances. But the journey did not stop there. Because greatness is not a destination, it is a process. LeBron continued evolving, improving his shooting, improving his leadership, improving his understanding of the game. Because staying at the top requires continuous growth. But one of LeBron's greatest strengths is longevity. Year after year, season after season, he performs at an elite level. Longevity requires discipline, daily discipline, taking care of the body, taking care of the mind, maintaining focus over time, because consistency builds greatness. And LeBron's consistency is unmatched. But leadership defines his legacy. He elevates teammates, creates opportunities, sets the tone, leads through effort, leads through preparation, leads through belief. Because great leaders make others better, and LeBron makes everyone around him better. But the deeper lesson from his journey is this. Pressure is not something to fear, it is something to embrace. Because pressure creates opportunity, opportunity to lead, opportunity to perform, opportunity to become great. LeBron James embraced that opportunity, and that mindset built one of the greatest careers in basketball history. Now internalize this mindset. You must embrace pressure. You must prepare daily. You must lead with confidence. Say this internally. I embrace the pressure. I prepare every day. I lead with confidence. I stay consistent. Because pressure creates opportunity. Preparation creates confidence. And consistency creates greatness. Your mindset is your edge. Greatness reaches a level where talent is no longer the question. The question becomes consistency. Can you deliver again, and again, and again, under pressure, under expectation, under the spotlight? LeBron James has answered that question for over a decade. Because sustaining greatness is harder than achieving it. Anyone can have a great season. Few can build a great career, and even fewer can maintain greatness across eras. LeBron mastered that level. But sustaining greatness requires evolution. Because the game changes, opponents adjust, defenses adapt, and players must continue growing. LeBron embraced that challenge. Early in his career, he relied heavily on athleticism, speed, strength, explosiveness. But as time passed, he added new layers: shooting, post play, footwork, basketball IQ. Because intelligence extends careers, and LeBron's intelligence became his greatest weapon. He reads the game like a coach on the floor, recognizing plays before they develop, anticipating defensive rotations, finding open teammates instantly. That awareness allows him to control every possession. But clutch moments define legacy, and LeBron's career has been filled with those moments. Game-winning shots, playoff battles, finals performances, moments where everything is on the line. In those moments, hesitation is the enemy. And LeBron learned to eliminate hesitation because confidence must be trusted. Trust in your preparation. Trust in your decision-making. Trust in your ability to deliver. But clutch performance is not only about scoring. It is about making the right play. Sometimes that means taking the shot. Sometimes that means making the pass. Because true greatness is not selfish. It is efficient. Efficient decisions win games. And LeBron understands that better than most players in history. But leadership also evolves. Early in his career, leadership meant leading through talent, through performance, through dominance. But as he matured, leadership expanded. Now it includes communication, guidance, teaching younger players, setting standards, holding teammates accountable. Because leadership requires responsibility. Responsibility to protect the team's culture. Responsibility to maintain focus. Responsibility to lead through adversity. And LeBron embraced that responsibility. Every team he joined, he elevated. Not just through scoring, but through leadership, through belief, through understanding how to win. Because winning is a skill developed through experience, through failure, through learning what works and what doesn't. LeBron learned those lessons, and those lessons shaped his mindset. But the most powerful part of his journey is longevity, performing at an elite level for years, decades, through injuries, through criticism, through constant pressure. That level of consistency requires discipline, daily discipline, mental discipline, physical discipline, because greatness must be maintained, and LeBron continues maintaining it. But the deeper lesson from his journey is this: you must evolve, you must adapt, you must continue growing no matter how successful you become, because staying the same leads to decline. Growth leads to longevity. Longevity builds legacy, and LeBron's legacy is built on that mindset. Now internalize this mindset. You must embrace growth. You must trust your preparation. You must lead with confidence. Say this internally: I evolve every day. I trust my preparation. I lead under pressure. I stay consistent, because growth creates longevity. Consistency creates greatness. And leadership creates legacy. Your mindset is your edge.